and Michael M. Hotel. It's Sunday, November 20th, 2022. Welcome to the African History Network show right here on 9:10 a.m. the Superstation, the Future Radio. I'm your host, Brother Michael M. Hotep. Calling numbers 313-778-7600. 313-778-7600 is the calling number if you have a question or comment. Some of you all saw my show last, and for a second week in a row, Black Wakanda Forever is the #1 movie in the country. Box Office Mojo has it doing $67.3 million between Friday and Sunday of this week. So it comes in at #2. We're going to talk some more about the film. Now, I did a presentation on Saturday, November 19th, here in Detroit at the Hannon House, located at 4750 Woodward Avenue. And we had a packed house. Sister Conchita did her thing. She was the one promoting the event. And she asked me to do a presentation. She saw my lecture that I did on the first Black Panther movie. It's almost a 3-hour lecture. She bought a copy of that from me. So she asked me to speak at her event. So I did a presentation yesterday. People were blown away by my presentation. And I'm going to try to share an excerpt of that presentation with you as well. I'm trying to get it uploaded to YouTube at week. So if we can get it done today, well, we should be able to get it done today. It looks like it's still up. Okay, so we had a packed house yesterday at Hannon House, and I did a presentation dealing with the film Black Panther and dealing with the African cultural influences that we see in the film Black Panther, and better explaining the movie. Okay, and then this past Monday, I was on Faraja Muhammad's show, The Culture, on the Black Star Media Network. We talked about midterm elections. We talked about Dave Chappelle, his Saturday Night Live monologue. They got a lot of feedback last Saturday. And we talked about the midterm elections. So I'm going to share an excerpt from Faraja Muhammad's show, The Culture. Wednesday, I was on Anthony Adams' show right here on 9:10 a.m. Superstation. Anthony Adams is, we know he ran for mayor here in the city of Detroit, and he was deputy mayor under Kwame Kilpatrick. And he's the host of Morning Drive, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. morning and midday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on 9:10 a.m. Superstation WFDF. Well, my girl Charlene Mitchell, who's also a talk show host here on 9:10 a.m. Superstation. Her show's on Thursdays, Mind Your Business, Thursdays 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. And then she also does Fridays. She was guest hosting for Anthony Adams Wednesday morning, this past Wednesday, and she asked me to come on the show to discuss Black Panther Wakanda Forever and to explain what we see on the film and some of the cultural film as well. Okay. And so I'm going to share an excerpt of that interview. We had a really, really good show. A lot of callers called in also. So I'm going to share an interview of that interview. And then on Friday, I was on Roland Martin Unfiltered. And we talked about Attorney General Merrick Garland appointing a special counsel when it comes to classified documents, as well as January 6th insurrection and trying to overturn the election results. Okay. And Roland made the mistake of he kept interrupting me when I'm trying to answer his question. And Roland spoke with 3 attorneys and 1 historian, and he went 0 for 4. None of us agreed with him. Okay, so I'm going to share an excerpt from Roland Martin Unfiltered as well, and let you hear what happened also. So it's been a very busy week. And then there's a story that I want to get to. I saw the story on NBC News. Okay, and actually MSNBC and NBC News has a story about this. This deals with critical race theory, and it deals with Moms for Liberty. Now, you've heard me talk about critical race theory here on the show before, how critical race theory is a misuse critical race theory. And you've heard me speak about Moms Against Liberty, Moms for Liberty. This is a crazy right-wing organization of conservative mothers pushing to get books banned and all type of simple Simon nonsense like this. This story comes out of South Carolina. The Berkeley County, South Carolina School Board made several big moves in its first meeting after the election. The board's former chair said it was a political witch hunt. On Tuesday evening, the Berkeley County School District in South Carolina swore in the board members who elected last week were endorsed by the activist group Moms for Liberty. Within 2 hours, the school board had voted to fire the district's first African-American superintendent, terminate the district's lawyer, who was African-American as well, ban critical race theory, is there a clip playing? Ban critical race theory, critical race theory, set up a committee to decide whether certain books and materials should be banned from schools. Okay, so this is what this rogue school board did, and firing the school district's first African American superintendent. There's a story from NBC News dealing with this that we want to talk about on today's show also, and we'll give you a preview of my online class that I teach on Wednesday, Ancient Kemet, the Moors, and the Ma'afa, Understanding the Transatlantic Slave Trade, what they didn't teach you. Okay. All right. So the calling number is 313-778-7600. On the African History Network show, we focus on educating, empowering, and inspiring people of African descent throughout the diaspora and around the world, because right knowledge corrects wrong behavior. What you do for yourself, what you do to yourself, and what you allow other people to do to you and get away with is based upon what you think. What's based upon what you have to yourself. What you've been taught about is based upon everything you've heard and seen about yourself. So the radius of a man or woman thoughts, you control the circumference of his or her actions, because the mind can't do or teach what it doesn't know. Now, we deal with a number of different topics here on the African History Network show. We deal with current events in history and politics, education, economic empowerment, entrepreneurship, relationships, love, sex, health issues, and much, much more. Sign up for our email newsletter. Text the word Kemet, Kemet, to 22828. To sign up for our email newsletter, text the word Kemet, Kemet, to 22828. To sign up for our email newsletter, also visit our website, TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com, TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com. Okay, the calling number is 313-778-7600. 313-778-7600 is the calling number if you have a question or comment. Listen to the African History Network show. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Do you owe back taxes, fines, and penalties to the IRS? The IRS new relief options for taxpayers affected by COVID-19, but you can't go it alone. Call Tax Solutions now. Our team of former IRS agents and tax professionals can get you the best deal. We know the COVID-19 rules. Call us and never speak to the IRS again.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours. The virus has caused the IRS to take extended action to help taxpayers. So if you owe $10,000 or more, this is the best time in years to settle your tax debt.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
Remember, the IRS will not give up until you pay. Call 800-683-9499. 800-683-9499. 800-683-9499.
Did you know most vitamin supplements don't even come from food? Even the products with colorful fruits and vegetables adorning the labels are seldom derived from produce. Typically, supplements are synthetic, made in a laboratory. Modern science may synthetically imitate these chemicals, but your body isn't fooled. It knows the difference, and it craves quality materials to build, repair, and fight. Using fruits and vegetables in a variety of colors, whole grains, and other foods, I formulated balance of nature. I wanted to be able to give my patients a natural alternative to the cheap, unnatural chemistry by giving them real fruits and vegetables. In fact, the only ingredients inside of Balance of Nature are whole fruits and vegetables. Don't settle for imitation nutrition. Reach for the good stuff, the real stuff.
Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com. Get 35% off your first preferred order by using discount code Radio5.
The Word Network has been broadcasting inspirational messages around the world since the year 2000, and we keep getting bigger and better and more innovative. Seen all around the world, we bring you the best teaching, impartation, singing, and inspiration. If you want original programming, we have that too. The Word Network is your exclusive source for all things inspiration, and we can be found on every device imaginable. If you want to be uplifted and inspired, you need the Word Network.
Welcome back to the African History Network show right here on 910 AM, the Superstation, the Future Radio. Brother, it is November 20, 2022. All right. We're broadcasting on our Facebook fan page, The African History Network, The African History Network, and our YouTube channel, Michael M. Hotep, IMHOTEP. I hope everybody's doing well today. Said at the top of the show, it was a very, very busy week. Those watching us on our social media platforms, give us a thumbs up, give us a heart, give a like on the broadcast. And also, I'll let you know about our new 15 DVD bundle pack. We're going to have that in digital download format as well, just in time for Black Friday, Black Empowerment Friday, just in time for Black Empowerment Friday, just in time for Small Business Saturday. Now, I will be at Saturday, November 26th. Okay, I will be with my sisters of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. They are having a bazaar. They're featuring African-American owned businesses. Okay, and we're going to have this information on the homepage of our website, also TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com. I'll be a vendor there as well. This is the Kappa Rho Zeta chapter, the Redford chapter, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Let's see here. Let me pull up this information just a second. Okay, so this is taking place. This is a Blue Friday pop-up shop, Saturday, November 26, 12 noon to 6 p.m. at Pace Academy, P-A-C-E, Pace Academy, 23777 Southfield Road in Southfield, Michigan, 23777 Southfield Road in Southfield, Michigan. So it's free to attend. There's going to be a number of African-American owned businesses there, including the African History Network. So we'll give you some more information on this, and we'll put this on the homepage of our website also, TheAHNShow.com. Okay, I want to go this first clip here. So I was, Charlene Mitchell. I've done a show a number of different times here on 910 AM, the Superstation. She contacted me this week and said she was sitting in for Anthony Adams, who is our one of our morning talk show hosts here on the radio station. And she said she saw the movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And she said she wanted me to come on to break down the film, answer questions, explain to us what we were seeing on the film. So we had a great time. Here's an excerpt of what happened. Let's go to clip number 1, please, Mukasina. Okay, we'll get that queued up.
In the first Black Panther, we saw 11 different African cultures into Black Panther. Ruth Carter, who's also the co-signer on the Malcolm X, starring Denzel Washington. She spent 6 months researching 11 different African cultures. So we saw that represented in the first film and the second film. And this time around, they add in a Mesoamerican angle into it as well, infuse Mesoamerican culture.
And please define, what is Mesoamerican?
Well, Mesoamerican deals with cultures in Mexico and Central America, Nicaragua, Aztec culture, Olmec culture.
So as long as the characters that had the nose thing, the thing over the nose.
Right. So those are the people
I was trying to figure that out. I'm like, what is this?
Those are the people from Talakon. So that was Prince Namor, okay, who in the comic books, Prince Namor is Atlantis, the underwater world of Atlantis. In the comic books, he's depicted as more being a European. Here they have Mexican actor Tenoch Huerta portrayed Prince Namor, and it brings in a Latino, Mesoamerican culture to it. But we see Aztec culture and Mayan culture represented.
Was that a good thing?
Yeah, I think it was a good thing because they deal with a shared experience of being victims of colonization. So there's a thing. So when you understand Prince Namor, he's half human, half mermanus. Okay, like underwater, like mermaid, male mermaid, so to speak. So he's half human.
Half feet that fly.
Well, he has wings on his feet. Yeah. So the inspiration in the Marvel comic books, he first appeared in Marvel Comics in 1939. The inspiration comes from Greek mythology.
Wow.
So here they change it and give it a
All right, we're going to start that clip from the beginning, okay? So Charlene Mitchell was interviewing me on Anthony's show, okay? I want to start that clip from the beginning. Let's go to the beginning of the clip please, Mukasina.
And for Anthony Adams today, my colleague is taking care of some outside business. I'm Charlene Mitchell, and we thank the Wayne County Sheriff for being here, and Martha, along with his recruiter, talking about communities at the Wayne County Sheriff's Office. We're going to spend the next hour talking about wherever. That song that you just heard, that beautiful song, I love it. And if you don't recognize the words, that is film, if you've been to the theater, that comes up, and they even put the credits up. I knew it was real. I mean, her voice. I have my own opinion of the movie, based as you go. Not a movie reviewer, not a historian. I don't know how the connections, maybe I'm not a real Marvel fan. I enjoyed the movie. But I think to talk about it, I need to be really into. And Michael Emmett, as a man, I mean, in a couple of years,
yes,
you've been broadcasting, doing your show from home.
Right. I could broadcast from home, so we did up in on Sunday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The show right here on WF Future Radio. Cancer. Robert and his writing partner, Joe Robert Cole, had to rewrite the script because they already had a script written. They had to rewrite basically the entire script, figure out how they're going to deal with this. So, and what we see is more African culture infused into it with Carter, who's the costume designer, did a fantastic job. In the first Black Panther, we saw different African cultures infused into the first Black Panther, who was also the costume designer on the Malcolm movie, the movie starring Denzel Washington. He spent 6 months researching represented, and this time around they added in a MesoAmerican angle into it as well. It used MesoAmerican culture.
And please define MesoAmerican.
American deals with cultures in Mexico and Central Nicaragua, Aztec culture, Olmec culture.
All of the characters that have the thing over the nose.
Right. So
I was trying to figure that out. I'm like,
was Prince Namor, okay, who in the comic is from the underwater world of Atlantis. In the comic books, he's depicted as more being a Mexican actor, and it brings in a Latino, Mesoamerican culture to it. But we see Aztec culture and Mayan culture represented.
a good thing?
Yeah, because they have experience of being victims of colonization. So there's a situation. When you understand Prince Namor, he's half okay, like under like American. Yeah. So in Marvel comic appeared in Marvel comics in nation, they change it and give it a lesser. As well, like Dakota, it comes with Mayan culture also.
But you understand all this. A person like me that goes in and I'm a movie goer occasionally. Sure. I'm not a Marvel comic book follower, but I had to see this movie. I saw the first. Of course, you kind of to talk about it, but I didn't think about it. They're like, well, why do this and that? Who are these people?
Yeah.
I think I have to say again.
Yeah. Because I'm doing a press weekend and breaking down the film. But one of the things they do is a shared history of victims of colonization.
Yeah.
Okay, Africans being victims of colonization, as well as the underwater world of Talokan, which is Atlantis. Okay. Here they changed it and deal with that.
So these are names.
Yeah, Talokan is not is a.
All right, we're gonna continue up the break. When we come back to 5-minute mark, please, Mukasina. Okay, you listen to the African History Network show right here on 9:10 a.m. the Superstation, the Future Radio. That was an excerpt of the interview that Charlene Mitchell did with me on Wednesday. That was Wednesday, November 16th, right here on 9:10 a.m. WFDF, dealing with the film Black Panther. We'll share some more of that with you on the other side of the break. Also, I'll share an excerpt when I was on Roland Martin Unfiltered on Friday, and for Raji Muhammad's show, The Culture, this past Monday. Listen to the African History Network show. I'm Michael M. Hotep. We'll be back in a few minutes. Back from breaking 4 minutes. Hey, Ronald, how you doing? Yeah, last Sunday was having technical difficulties. We just broadcasted on Facebook, but I redid the show on Tuesday, and it broadcasted, and it's on YouTube. Back from breaking 4 minutes. Stand by. How you doing, Kenya? All right, you all can support the African History Network, $ the AHN show through Cash App, $ the AHN show through Cash App, also through PayPal, paypal.me/the AHN show. Stand by.
Changing the world one life at a time. I had no energy for months and months and months. I had no energy, and I'm a very active person. And my husband was noticing.
Back from breaking 2 minutes.
And I was slow in everything that I was doing. And I kept listening to the commercials. And you know, you don't know if something's going to help you or not. But I decided this was something I was going to do. And lo and behold, in about 4 days to taking them, I was repotting plants. I was doing other things. My husband said to me, "You see?" And oh yeah, I'm fine. And nothing has ever made such a difference. So anyway, I'm very happy. Right now, balancing nature.
Okay, we got Arthur. How you doing, Arthur? Okay. Back from breaking. Stand by. Stand by. African History Network show here on 9:10 a.m. the Superstation, the Future Radio. All right. Right before the break, I was sharing an excerpt from the interview that Charlene Mitchell did with me at 10 a.m. WFDF. We did an interview on Wednesday, November 16th. Okay. Charlene Mitchell was sitting in for Anthony Adams. Okay. Our morning show host, Anthony Adams. And we talked about the film Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Now, Box Office Mojo has reported that Black Panther Wakanda Forever has done 67 million Friday through once again at number one. It was a drop off from the initial opening when they did $180 million last weekend. Okay, and let me see. Stand by. We're going to reach. but it's still in number one, still had huge. Okay. All right. So we're back. So Variety has a good article dealing with Black Panther Wakanda. Came in number one, crushed the competition for a second $1 million, November 20th. Box office, Black Wakanda Forever rules with 67.3 million. And then the movie She Said tops with $2.2 million debut. Disney's comic book sequel, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, extended its reign at the Domus. In its second release, the 30th feature installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, collected $67.3 million Friday and between Friday and Sunday, $67.3 million. But adult audiences continued to reject films pitched directly at them, steering clear of Universal's movie She Said. I don't know what that movie is. The movie She Said, a look at the pair of New York Times journalists who exposed Harvey Weinstein's sexual abuses. Oh, okay, yeah. I've seen ads for that movie. I didn't know what the name of the movie was though. Okay, She Said. Why didn't they call it Harvey Weinstein Exposed for Sexual Abuses? Well, they should have named the movie that. They would have had more people go see the movie. It's like, okay, Harvey Weinstein is pretty much a household name, not for good things, but Harvey Weinstein is pretty much a household name. Why would you have a movie about Harvey Weinstein and you don't have Harvey Weinstein in the title of the movie? Look, okay, I never worked in movies before, but I do have a background in marketing. Okay, Harvey Weinstein is basically a household name, and he was convicted and went to prison. If you have a movie about Harvey Weinstein's sexes that got him convicted and sentenced to prison, why wouldn't you have Harvey Weinstein's name in the title of the movie so it's more recognizable? Because the title She Said, I don't know what that is. Is that a Spike Lee movie? Is that the sequel to She Hate Me? I mean, what? Come on. Now, Wakanda Forever, which opened to $181 million opening weekend and has generated $288 million in North America and $546.3 million globally to date. Okay, the film's 63% drop domestically was steeper than expected. Industry sources had expected the second weekend of more than $70 million in ticket sales. Okay, that's what they expected for the second weekend. By comparison, the original Black Panther movie, which ignited to a blockbuster $202 million in 2018, declined just 44.7% in the second weekend with $111 million. But that registered as especially remarkable second weekend business. Now, it's important to note, number one, the first Black Panther came out February 16, 2018. So this was before coronavirus, number one, because coronavirus has killed the theater movie industry, people going to the theater to see movies, number one. Number two, the first Black Panther movie coming out in February was African American History Month, Black History Month, which really fueled a lot of people going to see the movie also. This time around, it's in the month of November. Okay, now only 6 movies in history, 4 of which were Marvel movies, have generated at least $100 million in their sophomore outings. All right. More recent Marvel entries like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Thor, Love and Thunder. I'm not a huge fan of the Thor movies, but okay. Thor, Love and Thunder, and Spider-Man No Way Home, which was a really good movie, Spider-Man No Way Home. Each fell back to earth by dropping roughly 67% after massive debuts. The follow-up to Black Panther, which is Black Panther Wakanda Forever, dominated over box office charts with ease, even as two new movies, She Said and Searchlight's comedy The Menu, opened in theaters nationwide to work as counter-programming against Marvel's Mighty Heroes. Among newcomers, the movie The Menu did $9 million from roughly 3,100 domestic venues for a second place finish. So Black Panther Wakanda Forever comes in at $67 million. And then number two is The Menu at $9 million. And I was looking at Box Office Mojo before I came on the air to see what was going on, because that's where you go to see movie ticket sales, how the movies rank, things like this. Box Office Mojo. Okay. So there's a huge difference between first and last place. Okay, these other movies don't even count, really, tell you the truth. But people in Hollywood, if you make a movie about Harvey Weinstein, why wouldn't you have Harvey Weinstein's name? I mean, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever has Black Panther in the title of the movie. The Avengers, they got Avengers in it, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, so you know what it is. It's like, okay, you must not have wanted anybody to go see this movie. All right. Surviving R. Kelly has R. Kelly's name in it. So how is it Surviving R. Kelly has R. Kelly's name in it, but the movie about Harvey Weinstein, this pervert, don't have his name in the movie, in the title of the movie? All right, that's how you want to do it. Okay. Let's go back to this. Let's do this here. Let's go to the phone lines quickly. Then we're gonna go back to this clip here. Okay, who do we have on? Is this line one? Welcome to the African History Network show. Tell us where you're calling from. Thanks for holding.
Calling from Saginaw, Michigan.
From Saginaw, Michigan.
And I'm listening. And when you called on Sharon Mitchell show, that was really nice that you explained about Atlantis and George Clinton. And I appreciate that explanation. But here's what I want to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to talk to you about the movie. I mean, people don't, when it comes to Oscar time, they're not going to give the director any credit or the actors. So I'm just waiting. They're going to give them the award for best costume design or any award like that. But
that's
any
Carter.
publicity is good publicity, like they say.
Yeah, that's Ruth
Here's
Carter.
what I want to tell you, too.
Yeah.
They're going to give the best. Like, when it comes to Oscar time, they're going to not give him a best director nomination. They're going to want, Brian Coogler. They're going to give best costume design, some award in that, some techno Oscar or whatever. But here's what I like to comment on that.
Okay.
Is the movies that they making now is much more serious and it's much more, truth element has ever been before. I know out there have a documentary, it's Black and Boy, you've got Detroit Elvis Mitchell. I don't know if you heard of him or not. And I'm just saying that the movies, at least we are getting better movies than we ever did as people now. Instead of waiting 15 years, waiting to another comedian come out with his kind of movie. So it's progress being made. But here I wanted to say before I let you on with your show, it's Joe Biden's birthday. He's 80. And Nancy Pelosi, 82 years old. We're going to get that old and around trying to run the Congress and re-elect in the office and everything. I just, maybe it's not the time for you to opine on that, but
well, here. Let me comment on that very quickly. If they should call. If people who are younger have to run for those positions, get more votes and beat them. That's what it comes down to. Nancy Pelosi was re-elected. by members of the House because she's effective. Okay. Now, if your argument, not you, Michael, but if the argument of people and the members of the Democrats in the House of Representatives is they can do it better, run against her for House leadership and get more votes than her and beat her. Okay. But she's announced that she is not going to run for House minority leader. Okay, she's just going to serve out her term. This will probably be her last term. Listen to the African History Network show. I'm Michael Imhotep. We'll be back in a few minutes. Stand by. All right, stand by, everybody. How's everybody doing? Share this broadcast on social media platforms. Invite your friends to tune in also. Bye. I'm breaking 1 minute.
It knows the difference. It creates all the materials to build, repair, vegetables in a variety of colors, as well as whole grains and the fresh food. That's why it's formulated balance of nature. I wanted to be able to give my patients natural alternatives to cheap, unnatural chemistry by giving them real fruit and vegetables. The family ingredients inside a balance of nature are whole food vegetables. Don't settle for imitation nutrition.
Back from breaking in 2 minutes. Stand by.
Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com. Get 35% off your first preferred order. Radio 5.
The Word Network broadcasting inspirational methods around the world since the year 2000. And we keep getting bigger and better and more innovative. Seen all around the world. We bring you the best teaching, impartation, singing, and inspiration. If you want original programming, we have that too. The Word Network is your all things inspiration, and we can be found on every device imaginable. If you want to be uplifted and inspired, you need the Word Network. Do you have an idea for an adventure?
Back from breaking 1 minute. Stand by.
Would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Then call us back help now. Get that help. Keep your idea confidential. Explains every step of the invention process. We create professional materials representing we have more than 9 companies who look to review ideas in confidence. If a company shows interest in that venture, we can negotiate on your behalf. We have helped over 10,000 clients receive patents. We also offer services including 3D rating your idea and state-of-the-art technology to show and then help client ideas to additional companies. Join the thousands of people just like you who chose InventHelp to pursue their idea. We are experienced. We are working for you. We are InventHelp. Call us for free information at 1-800-460-1663. That's 1-800-460-1663. Again, 1-800-460-1663.
back to network right on 9 a.m. Super Station. Right, the calling number is 313-778-7600. 778-70 is the calling number if you have a question or comment. Okay, before the break, I was sharing a excerpt of the interview that Charlene Mitchell did with me right here on 9:10 a.m. WFDF on Anthony Adams Show, and we were talking about the movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which is the #1 movie again for a second week in a row. It did $67.3 million between Friday, November 18th and Sunday, November 20th. I want to go back to that interview. I was breaking down some of the African cultural influences that we see in the film. Okay. Let's break down some cultural influences that we see in the film, as well as the Mesoamerican influences, because they changed Prince Namor from being basically white in the comic books. And Prince Namor was first introduced in Marvel Comics #1 in 1939. And there's some stories, there's some issues of him fighting against the Nazis, things like this during World War II. All right. And they changed him to being Latino in the movie. He's played by Mexican actor Tenoch Huerta. Okay. Let's go back to this clip, please, Mukasina.
And I was sitting there like, well, why are they doing this? And why are they doing that? And who's this? And who are these people?
Right.
I think I'd have to see it again.
Yeah, you have to see it again. I'm going to see it again as well.
See it again.
There's more.
And it's 1 hour.
More. It's 160 movie, #1. And I've been doing my research because I'm doing a presentation this weekend, this Saturday, so and breaking down the film as well. But one thing victims of colonization.
Yeah.
Okay, Africans being victims of colonization, as well as the underwater world of Talokan, which so in the comic books is Atlantis. Okay. Here they changed it and deal with that.
So these are fictitious.
These are fictitious.
Talokan is not a real place.
Talokan is not a real place, but Talokan is that's the word that comes from the Mesoamerican culture as well. So we see this influence coming from these cultures, coming from the spiritual, from myth, etc. And the hand symbol that we see President Namor do, and the people, the Talokaneals, the people of Talokan, that is inspired by Mesoamerican culture, and it's the little actors of the film. They make a symbol that is as powerful Wakandan salute. Okay, #1, people, when you do the Wakanda salute, it's always right over left, right arm over left. It's never left arm over right.
I don't think people know that. They just,
well, that's why you got me on the show. That comes from the tradition of the pharaohs when they're in the sarcophagi, the painted coffin.
Right.
It's always, and when you see it in the movie, 99.9% of the time, right over left. Now, you may see an extra who showed up late one day. They do left over right, but it's right. And that's inspired ancient Kim is one of the original names for Egypt, land of the blacks. So from that. So we see these different African influences all throughout the film, Black Panther. The Panther deity, Bast, comes from Bastet, which is a netter or a goddess coming ancient Kemet, okay, a goddess of warfare. Depicted as like a lioness head, but later it's a cat's head on a woman's body.
Yeah.
This is where this comes from. And it's important for people to understand Wakanda is, even though it's a fictitious place somewhere in Central East Africa, somewhere around Rwanda, Uganda, Wakanda is a real word. Wakanda, we see it in the Omaha Ponca and Sioux Indian areas. Wakanda means possessive secret. We also see it in the Osage language as well. There are schools like in Nebraska named Wakanda. Wisconsin, there's a
Wisconsin?
Yes.
Of all places.
Yeah, well, so people have to understand, before I did my first lecture on the film Black Panther, I did 2 to 3 months of research on the film back in 2018. So over 100 articles on the film and the comic book. I dealt with the 52-year history of the Black Panther comic book and the Black Panther character, because you have to understand the movie, you have to understand the universe. And so I understand history with, but I knew, even though I was a historian, I knew what not like to speak about doing it. Now, let me put this very polite. We're not as polite as I was to go do the research before they started putting stuff out about the film. Let me just leave it right there.
Because I've seen a lot of so-called, bona fide movie critics who didn't seem to really understand.
You got to put in the work. You have to go do the research.
Because you could say things that could be very embarrassing or even disrespectful to certain cultures if you don't understand it.
You got to go do the research of what you're seeing. And what I learned is when you go see a movie about a comic book, you got to go research the comic book to understand the movie.
Well,
all right, we're coming up on a break. We'll continue this on the other side. And also, I want to, we're going to share an excerpt of when I was on Roland Martin Unfiltered on Friday, dealing with Attorney General Merrick Garland announcing appointing special counsel investigating Donald Trump and the classified documents at Mar-a-Lago. We'll deal with all this on the other side of the break. List to the African History Network show. I'm Michael Imhotep. We'll be back in a few minutes. Stand by. Back from break in 4 minutes. Stand by.
Nature, fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one bite at a time. I had no energy. Months and months and months, I had no energy, and I'm a very active person. And my husband was noticing that I was tired all the time, and I was slow at everything, and I kept listening to commercials. And you don't know if something's going to help you or not, but I decided this was something I was going to do. And lo and behold, in about 4 days, I was repotting plants. My husband said to me, "You seem to have more energy." And I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm fine." And I'm telling you, nothing has ever made such a difference. So, anyway, I'm very happy. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 50% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Radio 5.
WADL gets a facelift and is now My 38 Detroit. Mondays at 8 p.m. Solid block of Law and Order SVU. Tuesday, Chicago Fire. Wednesday, Dateline. More Dateline and Chicago PD on Thursdays and Fridays. You'll get more Chicago PD to start your weekend. You'll still have some of your favorites like Mom, Blackish, and Friends. Just adding more for you to enjoy on My 38. WFDF Farmington Hills, Detroit, 910 AM Superstation. Visual Media. The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and or the persons appear necessarily reflect the views and opinion of 910 AM Superstation or Adelia. We got the topics, the guests, the opinions, and the facts.
I'm your host, Mike Hotel. Now, we deal with a number of different topics here on the African History Network show. We do recurring events of history and much, much more. We're going to give you an update on what's going on. This is about self-preservation. We have to extinguish the fire of white supremacy. See, elections have consequences.
Catch it all right here on 9 Super.
Welcome back to the African History Network show. All right. Calling numbers 313-778-7600 is the calling number if you have a question or comment. Okay. In the first hour, we were talking about Black Panther coming in number 1 for a second week in a row. $67.3 million, crushing the competition. Closest movie came in at $9 million. Also, I was sharing with you an excerpt of the interview that Charlene Mitchell did with me, dealing with the film also. Okay, we're gonna go back to that clip. I'm gonna share a little more of this interview, and we have this interview on our YouTube channel, Michael Tep, IMHOTEP. We have to end its entirety. We're gonna start this up at the 9-minute mark, Mukasina. Okay, and we got into a deep discussion. We took questions from audience as well, and I want to thank everybody who came out to the event at the Hand House on Saturday, November 19th. It was yesterday. Yesterday was a blur. Okay, and I came home and I laid down to take a nap for 45 minutes. I woke up 5 minutes later. I was knocked out, but we had a packed house. Sister Chiquita did her thing, and she promoted the event. We had a packed house. They saw the movie at 11 a.m. at MJR Universal out in Warren, Michigan, and they came to Hannon House for my presentation, and she served some excellent African food as well. So thanks to everybody who came out. Thanks to everybody who purchased DVD lectures from me as well, and registered for my online classes. Sister Lucretia was the MC. She did a fantastic job also. Okay. I want to let you know that coming up Saturday, November 26th, in Southfield, Michigan. Okay. My sister's Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Most people know I'm a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, 32 years. The Sisters of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, the Upsilon Theta Zeta chapter. I think I said Kappa Rho Zeta earlier, but it's the Upsilon Theta Zeta chapter, Redford Grad chapter. They are organizing a Blue Friday pop-up shop, and this is taking place on Saturday. So we know Saturday is the day after, the Saturday after Thanksgiving is Small Business Saturday. This is taking place Saturday, November 26, 2022, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Pace Academy, P-A-C-E, Pace Academy, located at 23777 Southfield Road in Southfield, Michigan, 48075. And they're going to have a number of different African-American owned businesses there. So you can support these businesses, get your Christmas gifts, Kwanzaa gifts, etc. Or if you don't celebrate any of that, just get gifts just because for somebody special in your life. The African History Network will be there as well. We'll have a vendor booth, so they're going to add my logo to the flyer. We're going to put this flyer on our website, TheAFricanHistoryNetwork.com. TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com. It's free to attend. They said Santa will be making a special appearance as well. Okay, so come on out, bring the family. Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, Blue Friday on a Saturday pop-up shop featuring Michigan's finest small businesses. Don't miss out on these not so hidden gems. So this is from their Facebook fan page, as well as Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated Upsilon Theta Zeta chapter, and also we have this on my personal Facebook page, Michael M. Hotel IMOT. It's on our website. To this interview for another segment, then we're going to go to what happened when I was on Roland Martin Unfiltered on Friday. Here's some more of the interview Charlene Mitchell did with me right here on 9:10 a.m. dealing with Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Let's go back to the clip, please.
As wise as I was to do the research before they started putting stuff about film. Let me be right there.
Because I've seen a lot of bona fide movie critics who didn't seem to
You have to put in the work
historical part of it.
to go do the
Because
research.
the thing, or even respectful
Well,
to certain cultures. They don't
what you're seeing, and what I learned is when you go see a movie about a comic book, you got to go research the comic book to understand the movie.
Well,
They understand
that's
the
a lot of
changes
work
in the
that most
movie.
of us aren't going to do. Do
Well, that's why I'm here.
you mind taking a couple calls?
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to take Jerome, and then we're going to take Jerome, Kwame, Bailey, PG, and we've got another one coming in. Jerome, you're up.
Mine cannot be. Brother, that's Dr. Ray Hagan.
I know one thing everybody just to pull up Joe Biden on public safety and just and that you will understand a whole lot about with the government and with but to talk nobody is an African American. So I just want to be one of the people on the staff.
Let's not category of staff or consulting.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be excellent.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And you need
I need
to
some
back
backup
up on that. Up against the break, come back. We will take a call from Kwame Reed. So
Okay,
hang on tight.
pause it right there.
We'll be right with Michael Emilton.
Okay, pause it right there. Muka saying that. Pause it right there. Pause it. Thank you. Okay, you can watch the rest of that in its entirety on our YouTube channel, Michael Hotep, IMHOTEP, and it's also on our Facebook fan page, The African History Network, The African History Network, as well. Okay, I was on Roland Martin Unfiltered on Friday, and we talked about Attorney General Merrick Garland and his decision to appoint a special counsel. Okay, there's a good article from this article. Roland was trying me, and he has a habit of interrupting me when I'm speaking, but it was in excess this time, so I had to drop some facts on him. I guess he didn't. He thought I was going to do that. I do extensive research. Check out this article here from the Washington Post. Names special counsel. One name special counsel. Let me pull this up here. Garland named special counsel for Trump Mar-a-Lago 2020 election probes. Jack Smith, currently a war crimes prosecutor at The Hague, is tapped to handle politically sensitive Trump cases. Okay, is tapped to handle politically sensitive Trump cases. So it's a really good article by Devlin Barrett and Perry Stein for the Washington Post. Attorney General Merrick Garland on Friday, November 18th, named a special counsel to oversee the criminal probe of one Donald John Trump, Donald Trump's possible mishandling of classified documents at his Florida home and key aspects of the sprawling January 6th case, acknowledging the political sensitivity of investigating a former president who was again seeking office. Now, the appointment of Jack Smith, a longtime federal prosecutor, who has in recent years been working at the International Criminal Court at The Hague, comes 3 days after Trump formally declared himself a candidate for president. Attorney General Merrick Garland said extraordinary circumstances, namely Trump's candidacy, and President Biden's stated intention to run for re-election necessitated the appointment of an independent prosecutor to oversee the investigations, which are focused on alleged high-level breaches of national security and could place Donald Trump in legal peril, unprecedented for a one-time commander-in-chief. Okay, so Attorney General Garland is in a very precarious predicament. Okay, he is the sitting Attorney General prosecuting the opponent in the last presidential election, him to be Attorney General. Okay, so when we go to the clip from Roland Martin Unfiltered, you're going to hear me cite Department of Justice policy when it comes to conflicts of interest, because this is a conflict of interest. Now, quote, based on recent developments, including the former president's announcement that he is a candidate for president in the next election, and the sitting president's stated intention to be a candidate as well, I have concluded that it is in the public interest to appoint a special counsel, Attorney General Merrick Garland said. Now, a special counsel appointment, quote, is the right thing to do. Garland continued, Mr. Smith, referring to Jack Smith, is the right choice to complete these matters in an even-handed and urgent manner, end quote. Now, both Attorney General Merrick Garland and Prosecutor Jack Smith pledged that the appointment will not slow down the investigations, suggesting that the career prosecutors already on those cases would continue to work them. So they're not starting from scratch. Jack Smith is not starting from scratch in this investigation. They're going to pick up where the investigation is now. And he can be brought up to speed very quickly on this. Jack Smith wrote in a written statement, said, I intend to conduct the assigned investigations and any prosecutions that may result from them independently and in the best traditions of the Department of Justice. The pace of the investigations will not pause. The pace of the investigations will not pause or flag under my watch. I will exercise independent judgment and will move the investigations forward expeditiously and thoroughly to whatever outcome the facts and the law dictate, end quote. That was a statement put out by Jack Smith after he was announced as special counsel. Now, a few hours later, the traitor-in-chief, Benedict Donald, denounced the special counsel as politically motivated. Quote, this horrendous abuse of power is the latest in a long series of witch hunts. Well, the reason why you have a long series of witch hunts, Benedict Donald, is because they keep finding witches. They found over 200 witches at Mar-a-Lago. So if you want to stop the witch hunts, stop hiding witches. They keep finding witches. That's why they keep having witch hunts. He told attendees at a black tie gala for a sympathetic think tank that was held at Mar-a-Lago, now Trump's Florida home and private beach club. Quote, he said the corrupt and highly political Justice Department just appointed a super radical left prosecutor. Jack Smith is not a super radical left prosecutor. Trump is lying once again. When we come back, I'll share the excerpt from Roland Martin Unfiltered. You listen to the African History Network show. I'm Michael Imhotep. We'll be back in a few minutes. Stand by, back in 4 minutes. Stand by. Back from break in 4 minutes.
You owe back time and penalties to the IRS. The IRS now offers new relief options for taxpayers affected by COVID-19. Now, our team of former IRS agents and tax professionals can get you. We know the COVID-19 rules. Call us and never speak to the IRS again.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back. So now all my leads running in 48 hours. The virus has caused the IRS to take expensive action to help. So if you owe $10,000 or more, this is the best time in years to settle your tax debt. I qualified for the fresh. IRS will not give up until you pay. Call me. 9499 800-683-9499.
Did you know most vitamins don't even come from food? Even the products with colorful fruits and vegetables adorning the labels are seldom derived from produce. Typically, supplements that
Back from break in 2 minutes. Stand by, everybody.
but your body isn't fooled. It knows the difference and it craves quality materials to build, repair, and fight them. You need to consume fruits and vegetables daily in a variety of colors, as well as whole grains and other fresh foods. That's why it's fun to give my patients a natural alternative.
All right, we have our new 15 DVD bundle pack. We have our new 15 DVD bundle pack. We'll give you some information on that. It's 15 of my lectures. It's on sale right now. You can order this. We have these shipping out this week. Stand by.
We bring you the best teaching, impartation, singing, and inspiration. If you want original programming, we have that too. The Word Network is your exclusive source for all things inspiration, and we can be found on every device imaginable. If you want to be uplifted and inspired, you need the Word Network. Do you have an idea for an invention or new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Then call us back out now. Get back out. Every step of the invention process, need professional materials representing your idea and submit it to companies who are looking for new ideas. We have more than 9,000 companies who have agreed to review ideas in confidence. If a company shows interest in manufacturing your invention, we can negotiate on your behalf. We also offer services including 3D modeling and animation demonstrating your idea, prototyping services, and we use state-of-the-art technology to show and then help client ideas to additional companies. Join the thousands of people just like you who chose InventHelp to pursue their idea. We are experienced. We are working for you. We are InventHelp. Call us for free information at 1-800-460-1663. That's 1-800-460-1663. Again, 1-800-460-1663.
Welcome back to the African History Network show. All right. Right before the break, we were talking about Attorney General Merrick Garland's decision to appoint a special counsel when it comes to investigating the classified documents found at Mar-a-Lago that Donald Trump didn't want to give up. He wants his documents back. He said, mine, 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 mine. Okay. So there was a good article from the Washington Post that I cited as well. Garland names special counsel. Let me pull this back up again. Hold on. Okay, Garland names special counsel for Trump Mar-a-Lago 2020 election probes. All right, so check that out from the Washington Post. Now, we discussed this on Roland Martin Unfiltered, and Roland spoke with David, the director of the, and then he goes to his panel. Okay, and I'm on his panel. So there are two attorneys on Roland's panel with me, Matt Manning and Kelly Bethia, and Roland went 0 for 4. None of us agreed with what he said. Let's go to this clip, please, Mukasina.
If you wanted this whole deal, look, I get it. He's plotting. My God. I mean, what? 3 years, 4 years to actually move against this guy? Or just come out and say, we're not going to indict him. Just go ahead and say that.
I get that sentiment, but I actually don't agree with you, Roland. I disagree. This is the right way to approach it. I think this is the smartest political decision. It's considerably smarter than the county looking like seeking re-election for office is instead the guy who's running against him. So
but it's the same candidate. It's literally the same candidate. What they're going to say is Biden's Department of Justice.
Well, that's why they have a. That's the thing that's so important to me about.
But who picks the special counsel?
That's immaterial. The fact is, if he makes a decision that they don't like, they have to go to Congress to override his decision. I think this is the right decision. I used to manage the DA's office. I used to advise the DA, and I would have told him if there were an analogous situation that's exactly what he should do. It's completely messy. There's no reason to do it because he was a private citizen. He hadn't run for president yet, and now that he's running for the problem, Roland, there's not another Department of Justice. A lot of the prosecutor would just recuse, and similarly situated prosecutor would take. But Merrick Garland is the top law enforcement officer in the country, so there's no one he can send it to. The thing he can do functionally is to appoint a special prosecutor. At this time, for this because he managed the corruption, people in public positions with requested knowledge of democracy, and who's in the public office. So, I think it's smooth. This is give them as clean as possible.
So why last year? Why not announce special counsel? Hey, here's the whole deal. Cooperate,
I watched the day and all the analysis, and the reason why well, just a second. No. When you this is different quarterback.
No. Okay. No, $150 million. He has left political.
I understand, Roland, but analysis. Right, is the game.
Hold up. No, show me. It changes it. How? Show me a document. Show me a document. What is it?
Please.
No, wait. Show me.
Rolling. So what happens is and Trump formally announced
you have was nominated Biden. Now, of course, well, the current president. But Trump is made a comment now. Trump would be. I'm explaining it to you. Yes.
The Department of Justice, did the Department of Justice, hold on, you in Michigan? The Department of Justice, did they actually launch an investigation into who was running for governor of Michigan?
Investigation to Attorney General, State's Attorney General. Okay.
There's a guy running Michigan who. See, my other examples of politicians who are running off.
No, that's not running for.
Show me the rule. The president can't be the part of the investigation. Is there a rule somewhere?
Let me finish my thought first, Rose.
Is yes or no?
Interrupting me. You do this because I'm a Sigma.
No. I'm asking you, Michael. Is there a rule? Is there something constitutional anywhere? That, no. I'm asking you a question. But that's an opinion.
Well, let's look at no. It's not my opinion. Regulations. The article today from Washington Post. In Mar-a-Lago, Justice Department regulations say the attorney will appoint a special counsel, essentially a prosecutor handpicked to tackle a particularly criminal investigation if a case meets several criteria, specifically that an investigation is warranted in a way that presents a conflict of interest for the Justice Department, quote, or other extraordinary circumstances, end quote, and that under those circumstances, quote, it would be in the public interest, end quote, to appoint a special counsel to handle the case.
But that doesn't answer my question. So, you got a man who was in the White House. A president based upon hold on.
A memo.
Hold on. Wait.
Counsel.
A memo written from the DOJ, the man who fired multiple AGs. So we couldn't go after him while he's in the White House. Investigation is launched. Oh no, I got to back off because
it's not a back off.
No. We saw what happened, and that was the thing.
This is not the Mueller report.
In fact,
okay, we're gonna pause it right there. See, this is what happens when you come at me and you don't know what you're talking about. Okay, and I have to embarrass you on your own show. Justice Department policy, because I actually do research. This is what happens. This is not the Mueller report. The Mueller report, Robert Mueller, his investigation was restricted, and Don was William Barr. This is not the Mueller report. This is what happens. Historian, I study politics and law. I do research. We'll continue this on the other side of the break because it didn't get better. Kelly Bethea disagreed with also. He went 0 for 4. You listen to the History Network show. I'm your host, Brother Michael M. Hotep. We'll be back in a few minutes. Bathroom break in 4 minutes. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Stand by, everybody.
Balance of nature, fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I had no energy for months and months and months. I had no energy, and I'm a very active person. And my husband was noticing that I was tired all the time, and I was slow at everything that I was doing. And I kept listening to the commercials, and
Bathroom break in 4 minutes. Stand by.
You are not, but I decided this was something I was going to do. And lo and behold, in about 4 days to taking them, I was potting plants, I was doing other things. My husband said to me, "Does he have more energy?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm fine." And I'm telling you, it has ever made a difference. So,
Right now, balance of
Bathroom break in 3 minutes.
any new call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code radio 5.
WACO gets a facelift and is now My 38 Detroit. Along with a facelift comes a new program on Mondays at 8 p.m. Catch a 2-hour block of Law and Order SVU. Tuesday, Chicago Fire. Wednesdays, Dateline. More Dateline and Chicago PD on Thursdays and on Fridays. You'll get more Chicago PD to start your weekend. We'll still have some of your favorite shows like Mom, Like It, and Friends. Just adding more for you to enjoy on My 38.
Welcome back to the African History Network show. All right, we're going to go back to, I want to go back to this clip here. Let's see. Mukasina, start at the 27-minute mark, please. We're going to cue it up there. Okay, so we were discussing Attorney General Merrick Garland's decision to appoint a special counsel. Now, Attorney General Merrick Garland is following Department of Justice policy, and he is in a very precarious position. All right. If we go back to the article from the Washington Post, and the name of this article, once again, is Garland names special counsel for Trump Mar-a-Lago 2020 election. Okay. Names special counsel Trump Mar-a-Lago 2020 election probes. As well, but it's something very specific here, and this is what I pointed out to. Really didn't expect me to cite Justice Department policy. I don't know why, because I actually do research and I know what I'm talking about. So why he was surprised, why he thought I would come to a gun with a butter knife, I don't understand that. But anyway, Justice regulations say the attorney will appoint a special counsel, essentially a prosecutor handpicked to tackle a particular criminal investigation if a case meets several criteria, specifically that an investigation is warranted in a way that presents a conflict of interest for the Justice Department, a conflict of interest for the Justice Department, or other extraordinary circumstances, and that under those circumstances, quote, it would be in the public interest to appoint a special counsel to handle the case. Okay, it's not going to slow down the investigation, and also it's a lot of legal analysts are suspecting that Garland is doing this because he sees that charges are going to be brought against Trump. So to take any perception of political bias out of the equation for rational people, not for the crazies, not for Marjorie Taylor Greene, not for the crazy MAGA QAnon people. Nothing's going to convince them, except when they have to go visit Donald Trump behind bars. Okay. But for and also for when this goes to court, to take out the any perception of political bias or anything like this, you appoint a special. So Attorney General Merrick Garland is following Department of Justice policy. Okay. Now, this article goes on to say from the Washington Post, critically, a special counsel to the Attorney General who would have the ultimate authority on what to do about the evidence. Attorney General Merrick Garland made that point earlier this year when asked at a Senate hearing why he had not appointed a special counsel to investigate Hunter Biden. Okay, he said, quote, "This is a fact and law determination in each case. This is a fact and law determination in each case." Attorney General Merrick Garland told the lawmakers, adding that special counsels are also employees of the Justice Department, meaning they still report to the Attorney General. Now, Jack Smith's career as a prosecutor began in Manhattan in the early 1990s. He earned a reputation as a hard worker. Quote, "I don't think I was very talented, but you field a lot of ground balls. You're a good shortstop," end quote. Jack Smith told the Associated Press about those early days. Okay, I want to go back to this clip from Roland Martin Unfiltered, where I'm breaking this down, explaining this to Roland, and explaining the difference, as well as citing Department of Justice policies, because our motto is brotherhood, scholarship, and service, and I do the scholarship, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. So Roland's my favorite alpha, but he went 0 for 4 on this in this discussion here. So 3 attorneys and 1 historian all disagree with them. Let's go back to this clip, Mukasina.
Involved in the Watergate. That's DOJ that we're referencing. The
president had to reject Agnew because he was brought up on corruption.
So I'm just putting the memo. So go after him while he's in the White House. Investigation is launched, going on. Now he announces, "Oh no, now we got to back off because
it's not a back off."
No. Hold on.
This is not starting from the beginning.
Well,
not a back off.
We were the Mueller report, and that didn't do a damn thing.
This is not the Mueller report.
In fact, the Mueller report, and in fact, Robert Mueller, when he testified, said that after that the president can actually be indicted, he said, "Yep, that could actually help the statute of limitations report to run out."
But the Mueller report was much more convoluted. This is much more straightforward.
Okay,
the documents were at Mar-a-Lago. This is much more straightforward. I studied the Mueller report.
Hold on. But the special counsel is not just about not the documents, also tied to January 6th.
I really understand it because I about this. This is more straightforward. But tied to January 6th is dealing with Trump, is dealing with the 800 plus prosecuted. So Jack Smith is not over that. This right here, this is much more forward than the Mueller report. Okay, and the Mueller investigation in 2 actually. So I think all things considered, I think Merrick Garland did the right thing, and this is not 2 years. This investigation that Jack Smith is going to do, he's basically going to pick up with the investigation that they've already done.
I would be shocked if we see something. Kelly, do you have any faith that this quick special counsel, or like I do, move even closer? Like, oh no, we can't really do anything because here's the deal. Now we're gonna be into the primary season. Now we're gonna be in he might be the nominee, and there's gonna be, oh no, we can't
Now they can't move against them. It's sort of like
all right.
It's like
Pause it right. Pause it
cat
right
got
there.
9 lives, this fool got
Pause it right
38.
there. Mukasina. Pause it right there, Mukasina. Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. So Roland went 0 for 4. Okay. This is what happens. You come and talk about. All right. So we'll post it. Go to Roland Martin and Phil. You watch the full show. That was the November 19th show. This is not the Mueller report. All right. And it's important to understand Mueller did not make a recommendation to charge Trump because Trump was the sitting president. And there's a Department of Justice memo saying that you can't charge a sitting president. That has nothing to do with this right here because Trump is not the sitting president. He can be indicted. And even if it's in the primaries, Department of Justice policy is that you can still indict up to 60 days before an election. So it's 90 days, 120 days, 180 days before the election. That does not impact being indicted. So just because it's in the primaries, just because if we go to 2023 or 2024, January, February, March 2024, okay, and the election is in November 2024, that has no bearing on indictment once again, okay? All right, so we have to understand the difference here. This is why I'm different. I actually do research before I go on the air talking. All right, so read that article from the Washington Post. Okay, calling numbers 313-778-7600, 313-778-7600 if you have a question or comment. And once again, it was the right thing for Merrick Garland to do this. It's not going to slow down the investigation. And Trump should be very, very worried, okay? Many legal analysts are saying that if Garland was not going to indict Trump, he would not appoint a special counsel. They're looking at this as a signal that charges are coming against Trump. Okay, now when we come back from the break, I want to go to a clip here. I was on Faraji Muhammad's show, The Culture, on the Black Star Media Network, Roland Martin's network. You can download the Black Star Media Network app also, and follow Roland on Facebook and YouTube, Roland S. Martin. Follow Michael M. Hotep. Follow me on YouTube, Michael M. Hotep, IMHOTEP. And also follow our Facebook fan page, The African History Network, The African History Network. And we're broadcasting there right now. And shout out my girl in Kenya, Randall, who are watching us right now on our YouTube channel also. Before we go to break, I want to let you know that our new DVD bundle, 15 DVD bundle, is available right now at our website, TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com, TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com, and you can just click under shop, okay, right at the top of the page. African History Awakens the African Mind from mental death. African History Awakens the African Mind from mental death. Here on the thread of the broadcast, but it's at we'll put this on the home of our website, The African History Network. Okay. All right, you listen to the African History Network show right here on 910 AM Superstation WFF. I'm Michael M. Hotep. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right, how's everybody doing today? Share this broadcast on social media platforms. Invite your friends to tune in also.
by COVID-19, but you can't go it alone.
Call 1-800-275.
Stand by.
By using discount code radio5.
All right, welcome back to the African History Network show. Okay, let's go to the phone lines. Let's go to Olaf. Line 1. Olaf, welcome to his show. Tell us where you're calling from, please.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Calling from Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Now, as much as possible, back, and I'm not no Trump lover at all, but how's that Garland for the special prosecutor on Trump now after he announced, then rather than do it before? Because now it seems like since he announced it, now he's coming extra hard after Trump, like it's political. So I just want to understand what's the reasoning. I know you said it, but can you explain it? Lawyer understand it?
I don't know if I can explain it more than I already explained it. When the special counsel comes in play when you have a conflict of interest. Okay, Biden ran against Trump when Trump was sitting president. Biden defeats Trump. Biden nominates Attorney General Merrick Garland to be the Attorney General. Merrick Garland investigates Trump. Trump announces that he's running for president again, and Trump and Merrick Garland is investigating Trump. Garland was nominated to Attorney General, but who beat Trump, and Biden most likely will run again for president against Trump. And Biden has already announced his intentions to run, but he's not a formal announcement. So now to take out any person that this is vindictive, that Trump is being targeted by Biden because Biden nominated Garland. Garland does the right thing and follows Department of Justice policy and appoint a special counsel to handle this investigation and review it and make a recommendation of whether or not charges should be filed against Trump, as opposed to Garland doing this. He's following Department of Justice policy. All right, I got to move on. We only got a few minutes left. We only got a few minutes left in the show. Okay. Thanks for calling, Olaf. All right, keep listening. Okay.
All right,
I want to go. Thanks for calling. I want to go to this last clip here. I was on Faraji Muhammad's show, The Culture, on this past Monday. We're going to clip 3, Mukasina. This past Monday, November 14th, and we're discussing the film Black Panther, okay, Forever. And this is on the Black Star Media Network as well. And Faraji wants me on each Monday to be a contributor. So I'm going to see if I can do that. Okay. I think I'll be on this Monday. Let's go to this clip, please.
All in it. I'm all in it. And you are the.
Okay, it's an ad. Let's get past the ad. Okay. We were talking about Black Panther Wakanda Forever and the Marvel Comic Universe geopolitical game changer. Let's go back to the clip, please.
Full transparency. I never really confused until I actually lived in ribs. Yeah. But well, you know, again, this idea of Jetsons. There were no black folks in the Jetsons, man. Folks, mm-hmm. So about a future of technology. You talk about a future power. Talking about a future with the organized structure. This is because of the conditioning that we as in this country have undergone. We don't see black people being a part of that's it's been comic books, but you're right. But this is a whole different level. Once you bring something from the film, it's felt level, and Michael, what your take on it? So I put out earlier today. Wakanda Forever. It's a sequel. It's a cool game changer. That's our sister playing Shuri during the funeral of T'Challa film. Right. They said that Ryan Coogler's blockbuster draws from the comic the hero mythos and real life revelation, strong anti-colonialist argument. It also resets the cinematic political balance in a big way. Now, here's this, brother Mike. When you rock, the funny thing about this, I've actually seen black scholars say that this film is trash politically.
Well, it ain't church. That's part of the problem. So I did research on Black Panther and the Black Panther. I saw the film in February 2018, even though at the time I've been studying history, was it 25 years or 26 years at the time, I knew I was not qualified to do lectures on the film and really talk about the film. So I did deep research. Everybody was not that responsible. Let me put it like that to do that. So first of all, when we do an Afrofuture, we're dealing with fiction, fantasy, meeting cultures of the African diaspora. And we see this ended in the film. Now, Wakanda, even though it's a fictitious country in Central, East, and over time, the location changes, but it's somewhere around Rwanda, Uganda. In this African country, Wakanda in the Omaha Native American languages, it means secret powers. It's also in the Osage language as well, and it's referred to the Osage god, that their deity. Okay, Wakanda. one of the most ANDA in the film. Wisconsin, there is a Wakanda water park in Wisconsin. Same way as in the movie, is for decades. Schools, country, like in Nebraska, named Wakanda. Now, it's also a key concept and
okay. So cast this. We'll have that clip up Facebook and YouTube from Muhammad show. Panther lecture, the one I did in 2018, is available at our website, TheAHNShow.com, TheAHNShow.com. And then the new one that I did on Saturday, November 19th, we'll have that available later this week also. All right, we're out of time here. Right now, it's correct wrong behavior. It's not over till we win. Wakanda forever. We'll talk to you next week. Peace. All right, stand by. Okay. All right, we'll have some debate. So I'll fit when we go through and edit the show. The 15 DVD bundle pack, African History Awakens the African Mind 15 DVD bundle pack. This is our latest bundle. African History Awakens the African Mind from Mental Death. This is available right now at AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. Just click on shop right at the top of our page, and it's we'll put this on the homepage of our website also. Okay, but you can click on shop on the menu of the AfricanHistoryNetwork.com. We have this 15 DVD bundle pack. Okay, it's on sale $100. 15 of my lectures, including my lectures dealing with film Black Panther. We'll post a link here right on the thread of the broadcast. You can support the African History Network, $ the AHN Show through Cash App, $ the AHN Show through Cash App, also through PayPal, paypal.me/the AHN Show, .me/the AHN Show is you can support us through Cash App and PayPal as well. And we have the information right on the homepage of our website, also TheAHNShow.com. I'm going to post here for the 15 DVD bundle pack, and then also the online courses we have that available at our website as well. So I teach online class on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. On Wednesday, the class is Ancient Kemet, the Moors, and the Ma'afa, Understanding the Transatlantic Slave Trade, what they didn't teach you in school. Kemet is one of the original names for Egypt. Class 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. Okay, we deal with thousands of years of history and what leads up to the transatlantic slave trade taking place. All right, so our next class is going to be on the 23rd, November 23rd. And then these are going to be at least 10 weeks, at least 10-week online classes. Okay, we do the sessions live. All the sessions are archived and recorded. You go back and watch it anytime. And then on Tuesdays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., I teach from the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement of Black Power, 1865 to 1968. Okay, and we start in 1800 with the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, and we look at the census of 1800, and we look at the Haitian Revolution. Okay, because the Haitian Revolution and the Louisiana Purchase, those incidents, those events are related. Our next class is Tuesday, November 22nd, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, both of these classes are on sale $60 each, regularly $130. We do the sessions live. All the sessions are archived and recorded. You can go back and watch them anytime. So a year from now, 2 years from now, you can go back and watch the entire class. We have both classes in the bundle pack. The bundle pack is greatly discounted. Discounted down to $100, okay, for the bundle pack. So it's right on the homepage of our website, TheAfricanHistoryNetwork.com, and just click on register here for the bundle. As soon as you register, you can start watching the content, and you can join us in class this week for the classes. So I do a PowerPoint presentation. We have book references, articles, video clips, and we look at this history chronologically. We get deep into the history. You can use this information also with your children. Okay, I would say the information is PG-13. It's not overly graphic, or I don't do a lot of cursing and things like this. All right. So we posted the link here. It's also in the thread of the broadcast. You can register for the classes now, and as soon as you register, you can start watching the content. All right. Okay. So we have to get out of here. I'll see you all on Saturday out in Southfield at Pace Academy, the pop-up shop for Black Friday that my sisters of the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated are doing, and we'll have a vendor booth there as well for the African History Network. And I have my DVD lectures there. I'll be registering people for online classes, and I should have some children's books as well, because I sell children's books, African American children as well, that help them build positive self-esteem and teach history also. So I should have some of those books with me also. All right, remember, right now it's correct. Wrong behavior until we win. Wakanda